Oh man, I've been tricked, swindled, bamboozled. I thought we were gonna get to see some Gotenks in this episode, but it turns out that that was just a dirty trick in the preview of the last episode. That scene where we saw Gotenks headbutting Tagoma in the balls, that's about all he did in the entire episode. Damn it. Gotenks shows up, he does that, and then he defuses instantly. Like, what did he do? He just fused at home and then waited 29 minutes to fly over there? Ah, that pissed me off a little bit. But something cool did come of that. We got to see Frieza's reaction to seeing Goten and Trunks. So, Gotenks would be like his most hated Z fighter, I guess. He's got the face of Goku, and the other one, Trunks, is, the guy who killed him, which he reacts to and remarks on, saying that he looks just like Goku, and that Trunks looks just like the guy that cut him in half. Frieza left out the part where he cut him up into like 20 more pieces and then blew him up, but he was probably a little less aware at that point of what was going on, since I think he was dead. So what happens here? So Tagoma just tanks a punch from Piccolo, and this episode pays some homage to some earlier episodes. No, wait, sorry. Before that happens, we don't actually get to see Tagoma fight on his own at all. He just like tanks an energy blast or two, and then Gotenks shows up, headbutts him in the balls, and then he's doubled over in pain, and that's when Ginyu Frog shows up and switches bodies with him just by writing change in the dirt. And I guess if the other person says change, which is what happened, they change bodies with him. I didn't know he could do it that way. Maybe he developed that technique while in Frogland. It's something I think about. So that happens, and then Ginyu is like, "Hey, Frieza, I'm still alive and stuff. What's up?" And then Ginyu Tagoma kind of kicks everyone's ass for a second, and then he tanks a punch from Piccolo and rips his arm off the same way that Frieza ripped off Nail's arm on Namek. And it's the same arm too. So, seeing as how that Piccolo and Nail are fused still, that was like Nail getting the same arm ripped off a second time. So, I don't know what that was about. They just kind of either recycled the same thing that happened or paid some homage to it. So, Ginyu Tagoma kicks everyone's ass briefly, then Gohan steps in, turns Super Saiyan, and also answers my question from the other video of why he didn't turn Super Saiyan from the start, because Ginyu poses that question, and it turns out that he says that he can't hold Super Saiyan for that long. Well, okay, you probably wouldn't have to hold it for that long anyway, since you'd kill everyone a lot quicker. But I digress. So that happens, then he beats Ginyu Tagoma, and then Frieza remarks on how Gohan's a Super Saiyan, and he's surprised that there's another Super Saiyan. And then he starts shooting Gohan through his limbs, kind of similar to the way he did with Tagoma, or whoever it was. He did that to someone else, either in the movie or in the show. Now I'm getting myself confused. Well, that happened at some point. And then Frieza goes to shoot one more big energy blast to finish Gohan off, because he's, a dick and just felt like torturing him, because the way he was showing mercy to Ginyu reminded him of the way Goku showed mercy to him, Frieza, and for some reason that really pisses him off. He's like, "Oh, how dare he show me mercy?" And so that infuriates him, and he has to make a point by humiliating Gohan and torturing him and killing him. And he goes to shoot one last big finger blast at him, and then Piccolo steps in and takes the blast for him, of course, similar to the way he did against Nappa. Except in this instance, it actually made more sense for him to take the blast, because in the other one, he could have just like grabbed Gohan and pulled him out of the way, or pushed him out of the way, and even after he stepped in front of Nappa's blast, he still had like 5 or 6 seconds where he could have moved out of the way, moved both of them to safety or something. But in this, he kind of just, it gets, it hits him pretty instantly. And it also goes through his chest too. And if Gohan's lying on the ground, then was that energy blast not aimed well? Would he not even have hit Gohan if Piccolo didn't step in front and taken the blast for him? Was that a pointless sacrifice a second time? I don't know. Like, if shouldn't he be kneeling down then to block the blast with his body? Like, if he was actually aiming for Gohan on the ground, wouldn't it have shot between Piccolo's legs or something and still hit Gohan? And that would have made him look pretty stupid. So that's another thing to think about. I just thought this up on the spot just now while talking to my mic. I mean, you, the internets, and subscribers, and whoever. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so that was the episode. Bye.